Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to this episode of the Boostsa podcast. This episode is proudly brought to you by Mike's Place engine importers who are open during this lockdown. They are open to essential service providers and their employees only. Trading hours on Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. If you need an engine, gearbox, or any automotive parts, give them a call anywhere and arrange for collection after lockdown. One of the specials they've got at the moment is an SR20 combo. Get an SR20 DE engine and LSD box for 14,900 Rand. If you want to find out more about what they offer, the easiest thing to do is just jump into their Facebook page. It's Mike's Place Engine Importers or at Mike's Engines. They are very, very responsive to DMs. Or you could just give them a call on 021 534 0070. With that being said, jump onto the show. And I think we're live. What's up, Boostsa fam? Jason here from Boostsa Live, and we are back with another podcast. On the camera with me now is Shira Campbell. Shira drives the 1987 Honda Ballard with a K24 motor. What's up, Shira?
What's up, man? So good, man.
Awesome stuff, awesome. So, look, before we go any further, people in the drag racing scene would know who you are, right? There's a lot of people that'll watch this for the first time. So we want to give them a bit of some sort of background info, bit of an introduction to you and an introduction to your car. The car that you're driving at the moment and the one that we're going to discuss is the 1987 black Honda Ballard, right? Give us a quick rundown of the car.
Okay, so basically, I bought the car roughly almost 4 years ago. It was a H22 setup in it with throttle body and H22 gearbox, you know. I wasn't much serious about racing that time when I had the car like that because it was a full trim daily car, you know. I was red in color and nice interior and so forth. After a while, I just got a taste for the K series. The base and the platform for K series is there's more availability than H22 H series.
Do you mean in the way of spare parts and OEM parts for the K24 motor as opposed to the H series motor?
Exactly. I mean, if you want to buy something for H series now, I don't know where you're gonna get it. You know,
I've heard that they're hard to come by.
For K series, it would be easier for me to purchase whatever I need, or if I break something, I can just replace it. You know. So yeah, that was basically the plan there. I swapped the K series motor into the H22, into the red pop-up. So the car started off red, K24, with a I had dictator on the car in the beginning, which is a bit of a, I wouldn't say a big problem, but it's not a suitable ECU for that particular engine.
Okay.
You know? So yeah, I just went with that because that was all I could afford at that time, you know.
Yeah.
And then yeah, basically drove the car. The car we tuned the car, basically road tuned it, that did the power run on the red car, and it did like roughly 190 kilowatt, you know.
Okay.
So it was quite powerful. It was quite nice, but it was still in the full trim.
Yeah.
So what happened then was, I thought I wanted to get a little bit more power out of it, get a little bit more serious, you know. The main things that I wanted out of the car is, firstly, I wanted a 12-second car. I know there's a whole lot of banter going on at the moment about this, that, but trust me, not too long ago, 12 seconds was, you were the shit. If you could do a 12, you understand?
I remember years ago before robot racing, and not before MSA. MSA was always around, but years ago, if I remember correctly, 12-second was a breakout time, which means if you did a street to strip, which back in the day they still used to time. They used to time street to strip runs, and if you broke 12 seconds, you couldn't run street to strip anymore. You had to go to MSA, and then where it went from there is that so now you're going to race MSA, and was it last year or the year before? Everybody was racing in MSA. GTRs became the thing. Cars started getting insanely fast, and then it wasn't just 3, 4, 5 guys breaking 12s. Then you had a lot of guys breaking a 12-second barrier in street cars. All the Golf 7Rs came out, full street trim, air conditioning on, groceries in the boot, and these guys were breaking 12s. And then they said, well, no, you can't be running these insane speeds in a street trim car. So the guys had to start putting cages in. It's getting wilder and wilder, guy.
Okay, look, I don't want to go too technical about that because we know that there is some very fast cars that doesn't actually have a full cage in.
Oh, there's a lot
You
of
know?
them. There's a lot of them. Are you allowed to say it? Yeah, we know. We know.
Yeah. So, but that was the basic thing about the car.
Okay.
I changed everything. I actually needed another body because the red one wasn't strong enough.
Okay.
So luckily there were two. We were two actually on the lot pop-ups. So I managed to source. A friend of mine sold this one to another guy, and I managed to get the body back from that guy.
Okay.
Right? Then I took all my goodies and I put it over. But with that, I obviously kept my goal in mind. We could have gone all out, but that's not what I wanted. I didn't want a ethanol car. I had that before.
Mm-hmm.
I used to drive car, I had a
Okay.
nice car on ethanol. And I didn't really want that. I knew I could make that power or a little bit more on a pump fuel engine with its capacity. So that was where I was, going towards. So what I actually did was I ended up smashing the goals that I set out for myself last year, which was I want to drive the car to the track. I want to do it 12 seconds, and I want the car to weigh roughly 850 kgs.
Okay.
And all the goals were smashed at the very first event, And that's where I got
and that was the MSA event.
That was my very first MSA, the very first MSA of last year. So that's why I actually got the taste for the track. Many people always told me, yeah, you need to take it to the track, And then I thought, you know what? Let's just take it to the track and see what it's capable of. I never built it with the intention to kill.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question quickly? A lot of guys, when they go from the road, from a non-prep surface onto the track and suddenly get track bite, drive shafts pop, guy. Guys don't realize how much traction is on that track for the first time. And what they do is they rev the car up as high as they possibly can, sidestep the clutch, and boom, shafts start breaking. Did you have any of those problems when you went to track the first time?
On that note, I have quite a good team that I'm with, buddies of mine. So they'll always give me some, good advice like, "Bra, you need to preload the car properly, you need to engage properly, watch out for this, watch out for that." And you know what? I've been successful. I never popped the shaft on the track. The only problem I really had with the second event was just blowing out my clutch because the handbrake hooked on the last run.
Okay.
So other than that, I've never had shaft, gearbox, engine issues, nothing on the track. That was actually pretty good. I guess the harder I would have hit it, I would have maybe encountered more problems.
Possibly.
You're always going to encounter problems.
Yeah. While I've got you on here, I want to share a screen so that the guys that are watching can actually have a look at what your car is. Just give me 1 second. Let me just find this for you. Here we got this here. Are you able to see that there?
Yeah, that's my car.
So that is your car as it is now. Is that correct?
Yes, obviously different wheels on it now.
Okay, so
as for the wheels on it, the car's still in the same condition.
Okay, it looks to me like those are semis.
Yeah, that was proxy, Toyo proxies or 888 or all around. I just like the look.
Yeah. So a lot of guys will just put the two on the front, but yeah, it looks good. This one over here is more recent. Tell us about this over here. So from what I can see, this is where you've already got the K24 in there. You've got your forced air intake over there. Bonnet frame has been cut out. What else am I seeing? A lot of parts are. Tell me about this engine bay. What's inside here?
Yeah, look, as you can see there, I've got the catch can on because I got the warning in the first time I came there. Yeah. What I do is I strictly try and comply to the rules there, set out by Kilani. So I actually made a note of everything that they pointed out. Okay. And I actually came home and actually just put the work in and I focused on everything that they said so that I go through scrutineering, smooth sailing, And I think a lot of other guys do the same as well.
For sure.
So, yeah, that's basically what's going on there. Is the K24, bro. Nothing too crazy on the 24.5s, 0813s that I got from a buddy of mine. Just basically try it out. Comparing this event to the previous one that I did, the only thing I really did was put those wheels on, put the traction bar, and yeah, I was still on pump fuel, and I just raised the limit a little bit because we were revving the car out very quick. I think we were under 8,000 RPM on the first event, and that wasn't good.
What else I can
That's
see
what
from this over here? Other than the tires, obviously you got some wheel arches on there. But if you look at the back, if we just go back to this previous picture, you've got are these legs and windows at the back?
That's correct. Yeah, that's the Lexion at the back. So I got the back of the car is Lexion.
Yeah.
And I try to keep it looking street, but if you go through a roadblock like with a car like that, it's going to be a problem.
Oh yeah, I know they're going to pull you, guy. Your disc is flying immediately.
You understand? And that pushed me to the point where I thought, you know what, just go all out.
Okay.
So the car is still basically in that condition. It just shows you that there's much more to take off the car, cut out the car, and just
we don't have a picture here now, but you've cut out the inside of the doors as well, have you? Or have you just taken the panels off?
I've taken the panels off. I've cut out the inside of the doors. I still have both mechanisms in front. Yeah, the back doors are completely lightened.
Okay.
The front are still fully functional.
And just talk to me about the back here. At the back here, below this bumper.
Yeah.
What am I seeing there?
That's the fuel pump.
Okay.
Because I have fuel cell in the.
Have you cut away there at all, or have you cut away, or is it just a bumper that's been cut off?
The bumper's been cut, and I've cut on the car as well.
Okay.
So the wheel well is not missing. I cut the wheel well away.
Okay.
I put a plate in, and I mounted the fuel cell on top of it.
Okay, I got you. And then another clip that I'm just going to show one of your runs quickly, and after that we just watch the run through, and afterwards we can talk about it. Got to give a mad shout out to my homie Ernest Page. I can check his page out, Performance with Page. Yeah, what I'll do is I'm also going to put a link in the description of the video where you guys can find his page. He's got some awesome content. So let me just see if we can get to this clip really quickly. Here we go. So you get Performance with Page here on the top. So this is a run that you did at Killarney. But let's just give this a play quickly. Give me a sec.
Yeah,
so that's basically my run. Gear, second gear.
That's the second gear burnout.
Okay.
Like I said, whatever my friends advised me to do, I mean, they won't steer me in the wrong direction. So I did a second gear burnout. I was a bit weary. I said, what if I smash the second gear? What if I pop a shaft? Just keep the RPM as possible, you know? You'll be good to go. And when I felt it, I was like, aha, this works.
So where was that run done? When was that run done?
That was on my second and my last event. I've only been to Killarney twice with that vehicle. And most of the time I'm there. I try to be there supporting the guys, you know. Like on that note as well, I want to tell you, this isn't an extreme setup. This is a very, very mild setup. The fact that people mention the word K24 is already puts a lot of pressure on me, because why? There's not much going on inside this build that I have, you know. Many of the guys that know me personally and know what exactly goes on inside the car, on the engine part and so forth, they're actually surprised. How am I making this type of power with the car if it's just that basic things?
Yeah.
You know? I'm quite impressed with the car. I'm very happy with the car, and it's got such a good foundation that this car can only go faster and faster, and with the stuff that I put in it, and I'm planning to put in it.
Absolutely, and that's the idea. You're having fun while you're racing your car, and you're improving as you go along. And you know why people start judging, and you got legends in the game like Sean Zurich. It's running a K24, although it's been stroked as far as it could possibly go, but in essence, a K24 motor. So people hear K24 and they see someone with a sub 10-second car running a K24. Now they expect that from every single other K24 that's out there. They don't realize that.
You understand the pressure that I'm from.
That homie spent half a country's budget to make that car work, you know. And then if something breaks, you got to spend money again. When you start going below tens, it's a completely different game to where we are.
I know that.
You know, so
I know that. It's. I wouldn't. Sean is on a level of his own.
Yeah.
Big ups to that. He set the bar extremely high, and
absolutely.
I admire his car a lot, you know, and I especially admire his attitude as well. He's been helping out big time, you know. But many people don't know it, but Sean is always a very helpful guy, you know. You ask him, hey Sean, I'm struggling with this. Can you give me a bit of advice for that? You know, I just spoke to him like last week or the week before with regards to things that I wanted to do to my gearbox.
Yeah.
And like a conversation, you know.
For sure.
So yeah, big up to him. But the rest of the guys here in Cape Town as well, they're they're on a nice strong level.
Yeah.
You know, so that puts a lot of pressure on me because why I haven't invested as much as they did in my little setup. It's a K24, but I'll still call it a mild little setup. You know.
But bro, that's what it's about.
So,
You race for you. You race to suit you race obviously within a budget, because at the end of the day, we've all got a budget. You know, we've all got life happening around racing. So
yeah, we all got families as
do
well.
the best you can and have fun with what you have. That's how it's supposed to be, and have fun while doing it.
That's it.
That being said, with the fun, and I'm sorry to say that you are in the game now where the word is being thrown around, banter. I just call it kakra. You know, I call it like it is. There's a lot of bullshit going around everywhere. Obviously, without naming any names, we know what's been going on. The few people that know the behind the scenes will know what we're talking about. You know, at the end of the day, we are Boostsa and we want to promote car culture, but at the same time, you know, I understand that a car, as it is just a hunk of fucking metal, carbon fiber, rubber, fuel, liquids. It's an inanimate object. It doesn't do shit unless there's somebody behind it making it work. And those are the drag racers, the drivers, the builds, the people that own those cars, you know, and they get my ultimate respect all the time. You know, it doesn't matter if you built your car in your own garage or if you work really fucking hard to be able to spend money and buy fast cars. Either way, you're putting money into racing, you know, and that deserves respect. But at the same time, you putting yourself into that car. So when someone speaks some shit, you're going to get defensive. It's human nature. It happens. And it's not only happening now. It's not only happening now. This has been going on forever, and not only in racing. And I'm involved with drifting, racing, rallying, circuit racing. I'm involved a little bit in every type of motorsport there is, just from a video and a photo point of view. And I love anything with wheels. And I see all of this happening from a regular guy doing robot racing all the way up to supercars that are racing Porsches and Lamborghinis. You get the same shit. It's the same thing, guy. It's crazy. So,
it's like you said, there's a bunch of kakra, you know?
That's absolutely easy.
But at the end of the day, what would the sport actually be without it, you know?
True. I mean, that's what inspired this series of podcasts. I mean, we get to learn about your car, but at the same time, we get to learn about you as a racer. You know, doing where you are now. Cool. So, give us a look. Last week, I think it was about last week or the week before.
Yeah.
It just went south on social media. It was a slippery slope on WhatsApp, on Facebook, and I didn't know that you were involved until early this morning. And there were talks about call-outs being made. It was the SR20 versus K24, and there was a whole lot of back and forth. And prior to me posting the video or the podcast this morning, there was a lot that went down, right? And you were somehow in the middle of it. And I didn't know that until today, because you aren't very loud on social media, you know? So I don't know if you want to maybe give me an idea, give me your side.
Clear that up. The reason why I didn't want to take it further on Facebook is because why? He's just adding fuel to the fire right there. You understand? I actually tried to ignore it all until this afternoon, when my phone started blowing up with regards to the interviews and things that happened.
That's my bad.
So I thought, okay, let's do this and let's just talk about this that actually happened, and let's just clear it up, you know. But it actually nothing to do with Nissan versus K20. That's been coming along since forever, you know, since it started, since K series came out. It's always been a rivalry between brands, which is fine. It makes it entertaining as well. But on that note, what happened last week, it was just basic questions that I popped around in a WhatsApp group, you know. We were added in that group. I asked a few realistic questions, you know, nothing referring to K series and so forth. Nothing, no banter, nothing like that. It was just a professional few questions, nothing crazy. I wasn't trying to humiliate anybody, and so forth, you know. Then I was just called out wild. From there on, it just went haywire. It went crazy. Because why? I accepted the challenge, because at the end of the day, people might think that my car is a 12-second car, this, that, that's fine. But I did that last year, this time. I've been working on this car, trying to improve it. I know personally this car is way faster than what it was.
Okay.
And so do all my closest friends, you know. But
Okay.
people that don't socialize too much with me wouldn't know.
Yeah.
So when the call out was made, I accepted it. I mean, I'll accept any call out for a normal aspirated game. That's just how I am. So yeah, and then it went from there on. Then it became a battle between Nissan and K series.
Yeah.
You know,
And
then
the
it was
groups on
comparisons were
Facebook was
made.
going mad.
That went crazy. And you know what? I tried to ignore it. I really just tried to blank my mind off it because there's a lot going on. You know, we're in this pandemic. We worry about our families. We have a lot going on.
Sure.
So, but yeah, just to clear it up, I never initiated this thing.
Yeah.
I never made the memes. I never the banter. Yeah, I am part to be blamed because of the way I reacted.
Okay.
You know.
But you see,
But
this is where I'm coming at it from. I mean, and obviously, I'm obviously stay impartial, right? Because I have to. It's what we do. We want to promote motorsport, and at the moment now we're sort of clearing the air. We're getting everybody's side of the story, but at the end of the day, motorsport has got to win. You know, somehow motorsport has to win.
Yeah, no, definitely. I don't want to be part of it that kills the game. I seriously love racing. I hope the track opens up soon so I can prove what the car is really capable of.
Yeah.
Because we know, me and my buddies know what this car can do.
Okay.
You know, we've been testing it, we've been
Well,
making changes.
Can I ask you a tough question? Would you mind if I asked you a hard question?
Over it.
I can sort of predict where this is going. Let's assume the call out is made, the race day comes. You're always going to be, there's always going to be people that try and talk the race to death, you know, but at the end of the day, it's going to be who crosses the line first. The question is, would you prefer to run heads up or would you run for times?
Look, I always say, to really beat someone on Killarney, you have to take his roof and you have to take his time. That's really beating it.
Okay, so you want to go for the
over the line, but you were 0.5 of a second slower. You understand for the time. So then there's always going to be that discrepancy. There's always going to be that arguments.
Okay. The biggest discrepancy is going to be, and you and I discussed this earlier on, and it's a legitimate discrepancy. And I think it's going to be a 50-50 divide on this one. Ultimately, whichever way you cut this cake, you're looking at a 2-liter motor versus a 2.4-liter motor. You know people are going to say this. I'm not saying it to be nasty. I'm just saying it. These are facts. This is what people are going to say. You know, what is your take on that?
Look, I personally feel you have to bring what you got and you have to leave with what you get. It's on me. Like I told you, everybody says it's K24.
Yeah.
You know, they don't care what's inside the engine. They don't care what fuel it's on. They don't care. It's a K24 versus a 2-liter.
Yeah.
They expect a certain result.
Of course.
But whatever happens must happen. If we have to race and I lose, it's fine. If I win, you know what's going to happen. It's just a 2-liter. You beat the 2-liter, blah, blah, blah. Same old story.
That's exactly what's going to happen. That's exactly
so at the end of the day, I'm quite fine with that. I just want to race. Because why? I don't plan on leaving the car in the same condition as it is right now. I'm going to do upgrades. I'm going to do much to it. Take it to a much stronger level as well, where it's actually supposed to be. I should have done it initially. But for me, it's important to
ask, what is your ultimate goal with this car? I mean, where do you want to be? Because let's be honest, drag racing is a bottomless pit. It is for money. You're going to keep throwing money for that one split second. You're going to keep throwing money for that another split second, and it'll keep going on and on and on. Have you got a plan to stop somewhere? Where are you going to be happy, or are you just going to keep on going?
Look, right now the car's on a certain level where I don't want to do any mods to it. You know, it's got a mild K24 engine in with a EP3 gearbox and an LSD on data. We're running the car in methanol now only. I've never been to the track yet with the methanol. So,
have you done a road test yet?
Yes, we felt what the car could do there in the back straight.
Is it pulling?
I just want to show. I don't want to say, you know.
You just want to, okay, I got you. So, look, we're just going to have to wait, bro. We don't know when this whole thing is going to end. I mean, lockdown, it's anybody's guess. It's anybody's guess.
Yeah, that's the big problem. Everybody's sitting at home on lockdown. Many people are frustrated. That is how this whole thing gets out of hand as well. You're
Yeah,
making call outs, but
yeah,
you don't have an engine in your car.
yeah,
You're making call outs, but when are we going to race?
yeah.
When are we really going to race? When can we have a gathering of more than 100 people? That's the realistic question.
Of course.
And I
And
don't think that's going to happen anytime soon.
look, but what I can say is that after all of this, I can guarantee you people are not going to forget. They're going to remember that a call out was made. They're going to remember that a call out was accepted. Whatever happens between now and then is irrelevant. People are going to want to see this race. And
Yeah.
take this, Boostsa, that day is going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, no doubt. Like I said, I would love to have this race. We can do it at Killarney, we can do it at Saldanha. Doesn't matter. I can run any distance. We can go.
But Shira, I want to say thank you so much for joining in on the podcast, on the Boostsa podcast. It's been awesome talking to you, awesome learning about your car, and I'm glad that we managed to get your side of the story with this whole thing. But at the end of the day, like we said, motorsport is winning. By tomorrow, more people, well, tomorrow sometime, more people are going to know about your car, more people are going to know about K24, more people are going to know about drag racing, and that's what this is all about. So I really want to say thank you for your time. I appreciate it, and I can't wait to see you on track.
Well, same, bro. Thanks so much to you for hitting me up, getting my side of the story. I hope this clears everything up for the people wondering and the people tagging me on Facebook. I hope it will stop now.
No, it's not going to stop, guy. It's not going to stop. It's probably going to get worse. I'm just giving you forewarning. It's probably going to blow up even more. Okay, but we're going to close this off now. Once again, thank you so much. Thanks for joining us on Boostsa SA, and I'll give you a call soon, and we'll just keep in touch.
Let's keep in touch, bro. Definitely.
All right.
It was nice meeting you. Cheers. Thanks for everything, bro.
Thanks, Shira. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
And that was Shira with a 1987 Honda K24 drag racing car. I want to say thank you to you guys for watching and tuning in. Remember to subscribe. I'll put those thingies somewhere at the bottom. Remember to subscribe and share and bang that bell on top for the notifications. Thanks so much for joining into the Boostsa podcast. I'll see you guys soon. Cheers.